If you're just getting into wood turning, let me save you months of frustration. When I turned my very first bowl, I thought I needed better tools, better wood, more power. But the truth is, I was missing a few foundational things that nobody explained to me. And once I figured them out, everything about wood turning started to click. So in this video, I want to share what I wish I knew before I ever turned my first bowl, so you don't have to learn the hard way like I did. We've all seen the videos online of those perfect shavings just flying right off the wood lathe and creating that perfect cut. And a lot of times that's what has drawn us into wood turning to begin with. But as we start out, a lot of times our expectations and reality just don't come together. Oftentimes it's easy to feel overwhelmed, confused, and even a little bit frustrated. Those are all normal experiences, but it doesn't have to be. Today we're going to tackle some fundamentals to jumpstart your bowl turning learning process. Don't get me wrong, I love tools. And if you ask my wife, she probably thinks I'm more of a tool collector than a wood turner. But our success wood turning really comes down to understanding our tools, what they're for, what they can do, presenting them properly to the work, positioning our body, and understanding the cut that we want to complete. Here's an example of where I'm rough turning the outside of a bowl. I'm using my 1/2-inch bowl gouge, and I'm using the bevel. I'm starting out over at the headstock on the rim of the bowl, and I'm using that bevel to help me guide and shape this cut all along the outside of the bowl. You'll also notice that I'm shifting and transferring my weight as I do this. So I start out on my left foot and I'm pivoting and actually shifting here to get around the corner on this cut. There is nothing better than a sharp tool. If it feels like you really have to push and force your way through a cut, your tool's already dull. You want to make sure you're patient. At that point, you want to step away, go and resharpen your tool so it's cutting and slicing efficiently and effectively. This is going to prevent all kinds of bad things from happening. It makes it much easier to control the tool when we've got a nice fresh edge. And in the end, you're going to make a lot fewer mistakes if you just go back, sharpen the tool, and you're going to get done much, much faster than trying to stay at the lathe a few seconds longer with a dull tool. Here's something I wish someone had explained to me early on. Watching random YouTube videos is not the same as learning wood turning. I did what most beginners do. I searched for whatever problem I was having that day. Tear out, watch a video. Catches, watch a video. Bowl cracked, watch another video. And I was learning little bits and pieces, but I wasn't building skill in logical order. It's like trying to build a house by randomly watching videos about roofing, plumbing, and framing without ever starting with the foundation. What finally changed for me was realizing that confidence comes from progression. You learn tool control first, then grain direction, then mounting strategy, then shaping. When the skills stack in the right order, everything starts to make sense. And honestly, that's why I built my bowl turning course. Lesson 1 starts out at the very beginning. It's not flashy, but it's foundational. It gives you a clean starting point so everything else builds logically instead of feeling chaotic. Most beginners don't quit because they lack talent. They quit because learning feels chaotic. Structure removes the chaos. And when chaos disappears, confidence shows up. Today we've hit on a couple things related to tools and tool presentation when we're bowl turning. We've got tons of details like this packed into our bowl turning course that's organized in a framework that's going to be easy to follow and speed up your learning process. And if you'd like a sample of what that online course is like, think of it kind of like the SparksNote version, check out this video right here, and I look forward to seeing you there.